What the Clippers just did to Chris Paul is one of the wildest things I have seen a franchise do in sports. And somehow it just keeps getting messier. Let's start from the beginning. 40-year-old Chris Paul comes back to the Clippers this season, the franchise that he helped build, and announces that this will be his final season. He wants to retire a Clipper. It's beautiful. Then, in the middle of the night on a road trip, they release him. A team with 0 retired jerseys finally gets an all-time great to come back for a farewell tour, and they break up with him. Clippers president Lawrence Frank released this peculiar statement. "We are parting ways with Chris and he will no longer be with the team." It just doesn't make sense. Did Chris Paul want this? No, he didn't. Hours after posting this wholesome thing about going back to play for the Clippers, he posted this on his Instagram story. And here's where it all gets even weirder. They can't replace him on the roster because of apron rules, and they can't trade him until December 15th. So why now? Why on a road trip? Why the urgency? Well, behind the scenes, things were apparently way tenser than we knew. Shams reported that Chris Paul's leadership style clashed with the Clippers and that he was holding management, players, and coaches accountable, and everyone felt it was disruptive. Also, head coach Ty Lue and Chris Paul were not on speaking terms for weeks. Minutes later, Chris Haynes comes out with a different report. According to him, Chris Paul requested to have a meeting with Ty Lue weeks ago to discuss allegations about him being a negative presence, and Ty Lue refused to meet with him. Chris Paul wanted his final season to be with the Clippers, but Lawrence Frank traveled to Atlanta and broke up with him in person. What a gentleman. Yes, the Clippers are bad right now, horrible even. And yes, that can't even be softened by the hope that they get a high draft pick, because they owe their 2026 first-round unprotected pick to Oklahoma City, because of course they do. You know, part of the haul they sent off, including SGA for Paul George. Oh, and they're also being investigated for alleged salary cap tampering. Things aren't great. But 40-year-old Chris Paul is not the reason you're losing. If anything, having a franchise legend finish his career with you should be the one bright spot. Also, is a veteran leader trying to hold a 5-16 team accountable such a bad thing? What could have been so bad that the coach allegedly refused to speak to him? Unless we're missing something big, this whole thing just seems senseless and disrespectful to not only Chris, but the miserable Clippers fans who love him. But hey, Clippers gonna clip, I guess. Poetically, his last win for the Clippers was versus the Hornets, and his last shot was a made 3 to cut the lead to 33.